Cenefits is a web and mobile application which makes it easy for organizations to manage and assess the community benefits or social value that they've added to their contracts. Community benefits or social value are clauses added to a contract to provide wider social benefit like targeted recruitment, targeted training, supply chain development, sustainable infrastructure and community engagement. They're used by public sector organizations like government departments, local authorities, universities and colleges, health boards and non-departmental public bodies. With Cenefits, you can automate the collection of evidence and scores for the community benefits or social value delivered in your contracts, saving you time and money. You can automate the validation of answers provided for your main contract deliverables like sustainability and fair work questions, making sure you don't lose track of the details. You can filter and download reports about contracts and community benefit social value to help you understand your social impact, answer elected members, and celebrate successes. You can share access to a national platform where no matter how many organizations they are working with, suppliers have a single login for each user and a standard way of inputting data. And you can interact with your data in the office and on site with our responsive web interface and our native Android and iOS applications. Cenefits is currently in use with the City of Edinburgh Council and with Glasgow City Region City Deal. We're looking forward to onboarding more customers soon. And it's available to buy for an affordable monthly fee, which scales with the size of your organization, from 10 users up to 1,000 users. It's also available now on the government's digital marketplace via the G-Cloud 11 framework. I'm just going to show you through the application. So there are two interfaces to Cenefits. There's one for public sector organizations and there's one for suppliers and delivery partners. This is the interface for public sector organizations. When you first get an instance of Cenefits, you're going to want to create some things. So you can create some filters, so your contract categories, your benefit categories, your departments, and your locations. You might also want to create some shared benefits. So this is what some people call a framework or a menu or a calculator. So you can fill in your key things that you want to have shared between contracts. And you can also invite people to your instance. You're going to want to invite your employees, your colleagues, and you fill out their details and send them an invitation, and they'll get an email where they can click and create their own account. You're also going to invite suppliers and delivery partners. You can either add people who are already using Cenefits with other organizations. You can select them and click to add them, or you can invite organizations who are wholly new to Cenefits. Have a conversation with the person there that's going to be the administrator, fill in their details and send them an email, and again they can create their own account for their organization and for their themselves. Once you've created those filters and invited people to join, you can create your contracts. So you can come in here and fill out all the relevant fields that you'll need for your contracts, including assigning one or more people from your organization as contract managers. These are the people who are going to approve or reject the evidence and scores that people submit for your benefits. Once you've got your contracts in place, you can create benefits, and that's either a case of selecting a shared benefit. So that's one of these sort of common items we discussed earlier. Being able to select that and fill in the rest of the information that makes it specific to the contract that you're using it for. And you're filling in additional fields there, like the benefit model, the location of the benefit, the number of points or the monetary value associated with it, the quantity, and then the assessor, supplier, and delivery partners. So assessors are people within your organization who are going to provide evidence and scores for their benefit. The same with suppliers and delivery partners. Well, obviously those are from the different organizations. So you select the particular supplier or delivery partner that's going to be responsible for doing that. For each of these dates that you create, so at least a start date and a final delivery date, and then for any interim delivery dates you also want to create. For each of those dates, the assessors, supplier, and delivery partners will get emails asking them to submit evidence for the benefit to tell you how it's going and to provide the detail that you need to know about that benefit. You can also set a benefit status, so not started, in progress, delayed, completed, incomplete, or substituted. And if you select delayed, incomplete, or substituted, you also get the option to add a status explanation to explain why that is, which is a good way to keep your records up to date. So once you've created those benefits, well, by the way, one thing you can do is you can mass import information. So if you don't want to create things using the user interface, you can mass import contracts, shared benefits, and benefits by coming here, downloading the relevant template, filling it out, and importing it. But once you've created your contracts and your benefits, then it's really a question of the individual assessors, supplier, and delivery partners uploading evidence at the relevant dates. So let's try doing that for one of these things, for evidence for this benefit here. So we click on the relevant date that we've been reminded about. We type in some evidence, and then we can create that. If we want to, we can also upload additional files. There may be photographs or documents that you want to attach to it to provide some further information, and you can submit it for approval. And then the contract manager associated with that contract, which contains the benefit, will be emailed to ask them to approve it, to check it, and to either approve or reject it. So they can come and when they're in the interface, they can click on that and they can see, the evidence that's there, look at any files or attachments that you've included, and they can either approve or reject that. If they reject it, they can type a message, and then the person that submitted it will get sent that and asked to resend it. And once a benefit's been marked as completed, there's a very similar process for uploading scores and checking scores. And the rationale behind scores is to provide some mechanism for feedback around the overall delivery of the benefit on behalf of the assessor or the public sector organisation, as well as the supplier. The only other major feature in the application is downloading reports. So you can download reports about benefits and about contracts, and it's very simple. You can filter the list of things based on a number of different fields. And once you've filtered your list, you can either select individual benefits or contracts that you'd like to download, or select whole pages, or you can download everything that you've filtered, either as an Excel or an open document format. From the supplier point of view, there are I should say, first, that you can edit the all these things as well. So you can come and edit your contracts, your shared benefits, your organizations, employees, filters, and portfolio filters. As a supplier or a delivery partner, you have a slightly different interface. Very similar idea. You're uploading evidence and scores. You can download reports just for the things that are relevant to you. But you can also assign your colleagues. So rather than just each organization having one user, they can invite their own employees to the application, and then they can assign them to particular benefits. So they can type a particular contract, select one or more benefits from that contract, and then assign a particular user to that benefit. So they're the people that get the email reminders to submit evidence and scores, and they're the people that see it in their user interface. One other thing to mention: this is a responsive application, so you can shrink it down to different sizes. And the application will still function. And also, if you're on an Android or iOS device, you can download the application as well and install it on your phone. So that's a quick overview of Cenefits. Thank you very much. Please get in touch if you'd like to ask any questions. I'd be happy to hear from you.